All right, welcome everyone. Today we're diving deep into Bilgewater.
Ooh, Bilgewater.
Yeah, but specifically, we're going to be looking at Miss Fortune.
I like her.
All right, well, we've got some excerpts here from Realms of Runeterra, a history and guide.
Okay.
And it looks like it details, her origin story, her rise to power, all that good stuff.
It's a good one.
Yeah. So, Miss Fortune, what makes her story so captivating? What do you think?
Well, it's not just another pirate story,
Right.
It's about ambition, revenge, and she kind of stumbles into leadership.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's not like she sets out to be
No,
a leader.
no, not at all.
But she kind of ends up in that position.
Yeah.
So let's start at the beginning,
Okay.
with Sarah Fortune, before she became Miss Fortune.
Yeah,
The excerpts describe, a happy childhood,
right.
learning the gunsmith trade from her mom, Abigail.
Yeah, Abigail was, she was famous, legendary
Yeah, that's right.
for her work.
The pistols, yeah. But then tragedy strikes.
Yeah, it all goes downhill, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. So what happens? Can you set the scene for us?
So, imagine young Sarah. She's in her mom's workshop, the smell of gunpowder,
Yeah.
the sound of the forge, and then Gangplank shows up.
Oh, great. Gangplank.
Yeah, he's not a nice guy.
No, he's not. He's all about power and greed.
Yeah, and he wants Abigail's pistols.
Well, yeah, of course. Those pistols are like a symbol of power
Exactly.
in Bilgewater.
Yeah, he thinks they'll make him, unstoppable.
So he just demands them, right?
Yeah.
Just waltzes in and says.
Pretty much, yeah. But Abigail, she sees right through him. She knows what he's really about.
And she refuses, right?
Oh, yeah, she flat out refuses.
Which is pretty brave considering who she's dealing with.
And incredibly brave.
Yeah.
But it's also, kind of what seals her fate.
Yeah. Because Gangplank, he doesn't take no for an answer. And he actually uses her own pistols to kill her.
I know. Talk about adding insult to injury.
It's brutal. Really shows you the kind of person he is.
Exactly. He wants to make a statement. He doesn't just want to kill her.
Right, right.
He wants to, humiliate her, destroy her legacy.
That's a good point.
And, of course, he doesn't stop there.
No, he kills her father, too. And leaves Sarah for dead.
Yeah, it's just awful. Can you imagine?
The trauma, the terror. To see all that happen.
It's a miracle she survived it all.
Yeah.
But it's also, kind of a turning point for her.
Oh, absolutely. This is where Sarah Fortune dies.
Mm-hmm.
And Miss Fortune is born.
Right, you could say that, yeah.
She finds these broken pistols in the wreckage of her home. She repairs them.
Those pistols.
Me?
Man,
I know, right?
so much history there.
Yeah.
So much pain.
And she vows revenge.
Yeah, classic hero origin story, right?
Well, it is, but I don't know. I think Miss Fortune is a bit more complex than your typical hero.
Oh, definitely.
She's not exactly driven by, altruism or anything like that.
No, her motives are very personal.
Yeah, very much so. And her methods, let's be honest.
Yeah.
They're not exactly heroic. She's violent, she's manipulative, she's ruthless.
She's a product of Bilgewater, that's for sure. But she's also smart.
Oh, yeah.
She's not just going to charge at Gangplank head on.
No.
That's suicide.
Right.
She knows she needs a plan. A long-term plan.
So she starts small, right? Taking down these smaller criminals.
Yeah, she builds a reputation, a network, resources.
So what are some of those early moments that really show us how she operates?
Well, think about how she took down the leader of the Silk Daggers. Lured her into a trap. Drowned her in a vat of rum.
Yikes, cold.
Cold, yeah. But effective. She uses her enemies' weaknesses against them.
Okay, I see. And what about when she captured the Siren? She took that captain's ship.
Yeah. She humiliated him, basically. Made him look like a fool.
Yeah.
And took his ship as a prize.
So she is a skilled fighter, but she's also...
A master manipulator.
Yeah, that's it. She's playing the psychological game as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's what makes her so dangerous.
Right. So all these early victories, they're all part of a bigger plan, right?
Yeah. This is all just a prelude.
To taking down Gangplank.
Exactly. She's biding her time, waiting for the perfect moment to strike.
And she really knows how to make a statement.
Oh, yeah.
The destruction of the Deadpool,
Oh, man.
Gangplank's flagship.
In front of the whole city.
Talk about a power move.
It wasn't just about killing Gangplank,
Oh.
It was about destroying his symbol of power, breaking his hold over Bilgewater.
So she gets her revenge, but what happens then? Bilgewater doesn't exactly become a paradise.
No, not exactly. Actually, things get pretty chaotic.
Yeah, because all these other captains, they see an opportunity.
Yeah, power vacuum.
And they all want to fill it.
So it becomes a free-for-all, basically.
So Miss Fortune gets her revenge.
Yeah.
But at what cost?
That's the question, isn't it?
We'll have to dig into that in the next part of our deep dive.
Yeah, this is just the beginning of her story.
The beginning of Miss Fortune's story. It's funny, isn't it? She gets her revenge, but then she kind of's up in charge.
Right. Like she never wanted to be a leader.
But with Gangplank gone, someone has to step up.
And it seems like in Bilgewater, that person is often the one with the biggest guns.
Yeah, true. But it's not just about brute force, is it?
No, not at all.
Right.
Especially not for Miss Fortune.
Right. She's smart, she's strategic.
She has to be to survive in that city.
Exactly. So how does she handle this new challenge? I mean, Bilgewater is in chaos, right?
Oh yeah, it's a complete free-for-all. Everyone wants a piece of the pie now that Gangplank's gone.
And all these pirate captains, they're not exactly known for their diplomacy.
No, they're definitely not. They're used to taking what they want.
So how does Miss Fortune even begin to bring order to that kind of environment?
Well, she adapts. She realizes that she can't just rule through fear like Gangplank did.
So what does she do?
She starts building alliances, making deals, playing the game, basically.
Oh, I bet she's good at that.
Oh yeah, she's a master manipulator. She knows how to use people's ambitions against them.
The excerpts mention something about negotiations, strategic partnerships.
Right. She even uses a bit of blackmail here and there.
Sounds risky.
Oh, it definitely is. But she's walking a tightrope, trying to maintain order without becoming a tyrant herself.
That's a good point. I mean, it would be easy to fall back into those old habits.
Oh yeah, especially in Bilgewater.
Yeah.
But she's trying to find a different way. A way that doesn't just perpetuate the cycle of violence.
I wonder how she reconciles that with her own past. I mean, she was driven by revenge for so long.
It's gotta be tough. She's carrying a lot of baggage.
But it seems like she's trying to create a better future for Bilgewater, even if it means sacrificing some of her own freedom.
Yeah, it's like she's trapped in a paradox. She achieved her revenge, but now she's responsible for keeping the peace.
And that's a whole different kind of challenge.
Absolutely. It's one thing to tear things down, it's another to build something new in their place.
Especially in a place like Bilgewater.
Exactly. Where trust is scarce and betrayal is always lurking around the corner.
But let's shift gears for a moment. I want to talk about her pistols.
Ah, yes. The infamous Miss Fortune pistols.
They're not just weapons, are they?
Oh no. They're a symbol of her past, her pain, her transformation.
Right. They were forged by her mother, then used to murder her family.
And now they're in her hands. Instruments of her will.
It's almost poetic in a dark sort of way.
It is. And there are all sorts of rumors about those pistols. Some say they're cursed.
A curse?
Yeah, people say they have a will of their own, that they can find their target no matter what.
So are they magic?
Who knows? Maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just Miss Fortune's skill, her connection to those weapons.
It's a good question. I mean, Bilgewater is a place where the line between reality and myth is pretty blurry.
Oh, absolutely. It's a city steeped in legends and superstitions.
Yeah. And Miss Fortune, she seems to embody that duality.
How so?
Well, she's practical, she's ruthless, she's a survivor, but there's also the sense of mystery about her.
Like she's haunted by something.
Exactly. And maybe those pistols are a part of that.
A connection to her past that she can't escape.
It's a fascinating layer to her character. And it makes you wonder, what does the future hold for her?
Can she truly overcome her past and bring peace to Bilgewater? Or will she ultimately be consumed by the same darkness that consumed Gangplank?
It's a question we'll have to explore in the final part of our deep dive. So we're nearing the end of our deep dive here. And I gotta say, Miss Fortune's story, it's really got me thinking.
Yeah, she's a fascinating character, that's for sure.
It's like Bilgewater itself is almost like another character in her story, you know?
Oh, totally. It's constantly shaping her, testing her.
Yeah, like it's this force of nature that she can't escape.
Exactly. It's brutal, it's unforgiving, but there's also this weird energy to it, this sense of possibility.
Right, it's like anything can happen in Bilgewater. But can it really change? I mean, deep down, can a place like that ever truly be peaceful?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Can Miss Fortune really break the cycle of violence that's always defined Bilgewater?
Yeah, or will she just become another Gangplank? Another tyrant?
It's a real tightrope walk, that's for sure.
It is. If she's too ruthless, she loses herself. But if she's too soft, well, she loses control.
And Bilgewater goes right back to chaos.
Exactly. And she's doing all this while carrying, the weight of her past.
Oh yeah, the trauma, the loss, that never really goes away.
It makes you wonder, what does the future hold for her? I mean, can she find peace? Can she find happiness?
Tough to say, but her story isn't over yet, that's for sure. She's still evolving, still figuring things out.
She's a fighter, though. She never gives up. And in a place like Bilgewater, you gotta admire that.
You do. It's a testament to the human spirit, you know.
Totally. Even in the darkest places, there's always that spark of hope.
And that's what makes her story so compelling, I think.
Well said. Well, there you have it, folks. That's our deep dive into the world of Miss Fortune. Her origins, her rise to power, her struggles. We hope you've enjoyed this journey with us. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep into the fascinating world of Runeterra.